Hello everyone, it's Reagan here, and I'm just popping in real quick to say hello and to spread some much needed encouragement because it's well deserved, honestly, and it's also very important that we have an unshakable sense of hope and encouragement and faith in the work that we're doing, even in the face of darkness and evil. Because what we're creating here is very powerful and it's very meaningful. It's greater than ourselves. And we really do have to cultivate this belief in what we're creating, this true knowing that it is real, it is possible. So, more on that in a second, but it's 2019. We're still here. It's May. It's spring. Summer's coming. A time of many activities and festivities and free market fun. And the liberty movement, amongst many conscious movements, is greater than ever, both in quantity and in quality. And there really are some amazing things happening. And all this hard work that everybody's been putting in their own way is beginning to show. And it's just the dawning. It's only the beginning. I see so many Agris friends, internet acquaintances, people I know in real life and such, that have just been working on their dream and they're really actualizing it now. And it's really starting to have an effect on the world. Alternative medias, podcasts, music, art, writing, entrepreneurship, self-sustainability, just a few things amongst the developments that have been really accelerating. And if you just take a moment to step back and look just in the past 5 years alone, how much has really happened. I mean, there are a lot of dark things happening, a lot of things that have been happening for a long time that are coming to the surface now. And we have to be aware of that, of course, and we have to be realistic about that. But we can't let that discourage us. We really need to cultivate this sense of unshakable faith in what we're creating because it is real. And the reason I say this is partly because I notice a trend, really. It's almost its own culture of negativity. Just this attitude of cynical, pessimistic, nihilistic, bitter, negative belief systems and thought forms. And I really want to point out that most of that's from conditioning of the state and all of its other facets, public education, media, Hollywood, so on. It's conditioning. This, humanity's doomed, there's no faith, there's no meaning to life, humans are just dark, hostile creatures. All of these ideas. They're just ideas. We live in a world of ideas, and those kinds of ideas are not only programmed into us, but they're very self-defeating and limiting. They're not helpful, they're not uplifting, they're not useful, and they're not real. The only reality those ideas have are the reality we create by believing in them and then acting them out. But that kind of negative, limiting belief system is contradictory to a philosophy, a practice, an idea like agorism, which doesn't say humanity's doomed, but rather has faith in the nature of humanity. This is really honestly an important thing, that we do recognize our progress and that we do continue to accelerate this creative force, and that creative force is very much expanded when we actually believe in its reality as a real force within us. This world is a world of ideas. It's very mental. There's lots of thought forms that come out to create what is real, what is physical. The federal government is an idea that's really what it is. All of its main powers are ideological, and that's kind of why it's such a hard thing to transform, because it's in people's minds. People really believe in it. It's really has a reality to them. And what we're creating here is a paradigm shift. That's really what this is. So we can't be discouraged when there aren't immediate results. It's not some kind of overnight revolution that has immediate effects but then falls apart in a matter of months, because that's happened a lot in history. But this is different. This is something we are building from the ground up. It's a sustainable long-term dream. And the thing about any kind of dream, to actualize it, you actually have to believe in it. You have to see it. You have to know it. And that's kind of scary in a time when it's popular to be negative and pessimistic and everything's doomed and there's no hope for humanity, all these negative thought forms. I think people are afraid to have faith in themselves. People are afraid to have faith in humanity. People are afraid to have faith in what they're creating. And I just kind of want to have a reminder that those fears are not real. Like, we can let that go. I'm not saying we shouldn't be realistic about the obstructions and the evil that we do have to face, but we can't be so shaken up by that, because what we're creating is so much more powerful. We're creating an archaic vision, and it's coming together now. Step by step. It's a slow process, but it's accelerating faster than I could have ever seen it accelerating, truly. All of this conditioning has made us so afraid to have faith in ourselves and have faith in what we're creating. And I just want to point out that there are many reasons to be encouraged. There are many reasons why feeling encouraged is important to what we're creating. If we're really trying to create this paradigm shift, if we're really trying to create a new perception on humanity, because that's really what that is. Agorism is so much deeper than just economics, really. If you look at what we're creating here, helping people to realize that we are sovereign beings. We are self-governed. We are worthy of freedom and peace and liberty, of non-violent interactions, of voluntary choice. People have been so manipulated and abused and hurt and traumatized that they can't see that right now. And again, a lot of what we're doing now is ideological work. And so again, we can really summon a lot of amazing creative energy out of ourselves if we really do believe in what we're creating. And that is a little bit scary. Again, I think a lot of people are afraid of being embarrassed to admit that they have faith in humanity. That's the times we're in right now. But it's something, if you really want to create this paradigm shift, you have to dare to be a little bold and actually have faith in yourself, have faith in what we're creating, and have faith in human evolution. I have faith in human evolution. I don't think people are doomed. I really don't. And that sounds so bold at this time, but it really isn't. I mean, there's just so much disheartening perception right now. And part of this paradigm shift is transforming that into something meaningful. It's really about shining a light in this darkness, about not being, it's about being immune to all of this negativity in the state and still coming back with this creation which is more powerful than the state. If you are an agorist, you know that this is an amazing idea and has lots of potential. So we really have to commit to that idea and believe in it. So that's really all I wanted to say. I hope this is some food for thought, some food for the heart. It's really important that we do have the integrity to invest not only our thoughts but our minds in this, and be aware of these thought prisons, these shackles, this conditioning that has made us very pessimistic and cynical and self-limiting. The philosophy of agorism does believe in the future of humanity and the nature of man. And there's much reason to that. All of the fears, all the illusions, all of the self-limiting belief systems, they're not only very much obstructive, but they're not realistic. They're just ideas, like anything. If you feed them, they're going to be real to you. But if you start to feed the new paradigm that we are creating something meaningful, that we are pulling up so much strength from who we are and creating something meaningful for the future. These core feelings, you can feel it in your heart. That is where we want to draw this creative energy from, not from this self-limiting, oh, there's no point, there's no hope, there's no meaning to life. All of these negative little egotistical traps, that's really all they are. They're just ideas. And why continue to feed ideas that are barriers to the truth, which is that humanity's not doomed. We have so many possibilities. We are faced with lots of challenges, but there's not anything we can't handle. So, that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of these creations continue to develop. They really are so powerful, and they're having more effects than we realize. So much progress is happening, and it's really important that we are aware of that, and that we appreciate that, and that we feel encouraged, and we affirm to ourselves that we are doing something that's very important and very real. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.